Earlier this year, I found out in August 2017 a solar eclipse was going to cut through the continental United States. Making plans with my brother Henry, we decided to go to Chicago and then further south to see the eclipse in its totality. I vlogged the entire time, and this is the Chicago eclipse trip.
And now, here is the itinerary for the Chicago eclipse trip, as told by John F. Kennedy. On the morning of August 17th, the year 2017 of our Lord, Henry, Noah, and Andrew departed from Hobby Airport in Houston to Chicago, Illinois. From there, they would stay and explore for 2 days. At the dawn of the 19th, Henry and Andrew would depart from Chicago to St. Louis by bus, while Noah would remain in Chicago. The next day, on the 20th, Noah would return to Houston, and on the 21st, we would see heaven and earth be moved unlike it has across the continental United States, not within this century nor within the last. Finally, on the 23rd of August, Henry and Andrew would take a bus back to Chicago, and the next day Henry would depart from O'Hare to Taiwan as he begins a term of studying abroad, while Andrew would return to Houston from Midway. Thus concludes the commentary as presented by John F. Kennedy.
We landed in Chicago around 11 a.m. and made our way to our Airbnb. No, where are we going?
Back into town.
Hello? To skateboard, right?
To skateboard.
On the second day, we took the Green Line down to the Theater District, where we ate breakfast. So I have to juggle between taking video or shooting shots. I think after food I want to take more pictures. Later, we made our way to Riverwalk, where I ran into my friend Angie.
Is really cool. You guys should definitely check it out. It's like the hangout area.
Wicker Park?
Yeah.
We want to go to Lincoln Park just because of the name. So I do. I mean,
it's a nice area though.
Angie had to go to work, but we made plans to rendezvous at Chinatown later that evening. From Riverwalk, we made our way down the Magnificent Mile, where I picked up a mixtape from a local rapper. This is the first time I've ever heard it. Pretty good, actually. Best dollar ever spent on music. From there, we made our way to Lakeshore Drive, where we watched some pilots practice for an air show happening the next day. After a lot of walking around, Noah treated us to some deep dish pizza for dinner, which was delightful. Afterwards, we gaily took the L train back to our Airbnb, and around 5:30 or so, we made our way back to Chinatown. At Chinatown, I had tapioca with Angie, and I met her friend Raphael, who I eventually bought an art piece from. I really like the greens and the pinks on this. It's just really cool to look at. He's a cool guy. Wow. Look at that, that's crazy! How do you eat that? You know, honestly, how did you get that on the boat? After Chinatown, we made our way back home and turned in for the night. Saturday morning, I'm going to take the Green Line to Megabus, and then we're going to be heading down south to St. Peter's. It's about 7:45. We're going to be in Missouri from today until Tuesday, seeing the eclipse on Monday. I put in my music, sat back, and we rode through the heart of Illinois for 6 hours.
Friction. All I ever felt was a loving contradiction. It's life waits to begin, born by an act of rejection. Lost to time, forgotten lives. I'd been pulled apart, washed aside, never indifferent to you ain't struggle with the compromise, only to realize there's a beautiful friction. Friction, beautiful friction.
That it?
Yep.
Hey!
This is good. Can you tell me what day it is?
What's the date?
November 30th.
Stood on my head and growled.
This is November 30th.
It is Saturday, August the 19th, my son's birthday.
Okay, thank you. Wow, that is night and day right there. So I'm directly against a light fixture, and you still can't see anything. Wow. I think they're legit. So it's Saturday night. We've been having a good time here in St. Louis. I haven't been vlogging to the camera that much because I've been trying to experience things first and then document it second. I hope you can understand that. I don't really want to live my life trying to document it all the time. But tomorrow we're going to be going to church, and I'm not sure what we're going to be doing after that. Very early on Monday morning, talking like 5 or 6 a.m., we're going to head out down south, and we're going to watch the eclipse from there.
Battleship Houston, Texas. Ever been on that?
Yeah, I think I went there.
Not been on that?
I've been to San Jacinto, must have been maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
Fulton on Spring.
Wow.
Train Museum. And
Oh yeah. Henry and I biked to there.
yeah.
Must have been.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. It was a great trip.
Must have been 3 years ago. We biked all the way there.
This is our Texas house. And this is us standing in front of Providence.
It was the day of the eclipse. I didn't want to take any chances at all, so we left as early as possible. From there we made our way down south to meet another old friend, Miss Jill. Upon reaching our destination, we were greeted by a lovely welcoming committee of several mini dinosaurs. Wait, what's the name of the goat?
One's Percy.
We got
one's
Buck and Percy.
That's the name of the picture.
Does Buck have a last name?
Yeah, Buck. Rogers.
Buck, okay. I was hoping for something different. Eclipse Mania was everywhere all over St. Louis. There were countdowns, news reports, advertisements, doing anything they could to include the eclipse. It was ridiculous. An hour before the eclipse, I got my camera set up ready. So I got my time lapse going right there. Should hold, it's got battery, it's got tape and everything. But we have clouds. Really don't liking this. In the final minutes before the sun was completely covered by the moon, I was falling into a state of disbelief. Was this actually going to happen? And what would it be like? And then suddenly, it was incredible. As if something that you've taken for granted your whole entire life was gone for just a blink in time. And then, just as quickly as it started, it was over. Two minutes had passed in what felt like 20 seconds. I had gotten all the pictures I wanted. I experienced everything for what it was. And it was incredible. The next day, Henry and I took a bus back to Chicago. During the bus ride, there were some sort of reports about weather back home, but I didn't think it'd be a big deal at the time. Arriving at Chicago at 8 p.m., we then made our way to our Airbnb.
You want to go to Wisconsin? Sure, let's go to Wisconsin, the land of cheese.
Transfer to Metro Trains and listen. Priorities.
Good morning from 21st Street, staying at an Airbnb. I'm going to be flying out around 2 o'clock. Henry's already gone. He left around 4 a.m. So I hope he made his flight. He's going to Taiwan. I won't see him until December. I was alone for the first time on my own. It felt really strange, but I could take care of myself now. I felt like an adult. After leaving my Airbnb, I took a walk around town taking pictures, and I stumbled across the set of Empire while I was filming. I took a few pictures before this lady right here told me to stop. Afterwards, I did some light reading, and then I headed to Midway. From there, I caught my flight and headed back home. All those moments and memories that happened throughout the past week as I was away from home, those mean a lot to me now, but they didn't at the time. Sometimes when you travel abroad, you have to come home to realize how much it actually affects you. Thank you for watching this video. It's taken me a long time to finish it, but I'm finally glad it's up. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good day.